Super fun one today, guys. We are headed out to West Roseville. Now, West Roseville is one of the 3 main zip codes located here in Roseville, California, and it is absolutely growing like crazy. We have people relocate from all over the US, and West Roseville tends to be a popular area that keeps coming up in conversation. So stick around until the very end. We're gonna be highlighting some neighborhoods and some houses of places where you can live in West Roseville if you're thinking about moving or relocating to Roseville, California.
Let's check it out.
We're Lance and Lauren with the Living in Sacramento channel, where we talk all about what it's like living, moving, or relocating to Sacramento or the surrounding areas. So if you're wanting the most up-to-date information on everything relating to moving or relocating to the Sacramento area, hit that subscribe button. We upload new videos for you every Tuesday and Friday on what it's like to move or relocate to the greater Sacramento area. On top of making these videos, we are also a real estate team here located in Sacramento. Reach out to us days, nights, or weekends. We do answer every phone call, email, or text message. So if you're thinking about moving to Roseville or the greater Sacramento area, pause the video, take a screenshot of that phone number, or write it down.
Today we're talking all about West Roseville, or 95747. Now, West Roseville is booming like crazy with a ton of new developments going in, but you can also find some awesome established neighborhoods here as well. Now, this is going to be the start of a 3-part series where we're going to dive deeper into the different parts of Roseville. So we've got West Roseville, Central Roseville, and East Roseville. So today we'll be covering specifically West Roseville.
So we're gonna run over and we're gonna grab some coffee at one of our favorite local coffee spots here in West Roseville. And then we're gonna dive right into some of the things that you can do, some of the community events, and all the awesome things that West Roseville has to offer.
All right, West Roseville has a ton to offer when it comes to shopping and restaurants. Right now we're at the Village at West Park, specifically Mojo's Coffee, one of my favorite coffee shops in all of West Roseville. We love coming here and grabbing an iced coffee and hanging out on this gorgeous patio that they have. Some weeknights they also do live music here over at Kitchen 747, which is right next door. Now, Village at West Park, this specific shopping center, is really growing. Most of the spaces have filled with businesses. You've got a ton of new things that are in the process of being built out that are going to be opening soon. So there's going to be the West Park Barber that's here. You have Kitchen 747. You have Mojo's Coffee. Inside of Mojo's, you also have an ice cream shop that's super cute, super fun. They do different toppings. It's a great place to bring your kiddos.
In this shopping center, there's also an F45 training center. There's also a yoga studio that just opened. Like you said, the barber shop's on that side as well too. So I think there's also a nail salon in here.
Yeah, there's a nail salon. There's also a veterinary office that's going to be opening soon.
Now there's also going to be another shopping center that's going to be at the corner of Blue Oaks and Fittyment, and that's going to be the Plaza Shopping Center at Blue Oaks. Over here, there's going to be a Rayleigh's One Market that's in there, a ton of different restaurants. So you've got Garden of Eden, you've got Habit Burger, you've got Sourdough & Co., or like a sourdough sandwich shop. So a lot of good restaurants in there. The Rayleigh's One Market's actually pretty cool. So it's one of those newer type grocery stores where you can kind of go in. They've got like a little seating area. They've got really good food. They've got a spot where you can sit and have drinks, craft beers, different things like that, wine. So a lot of times you walk in there and there'll be people that are over there sitting having a beer after work.
Yeah, and Rayleigh's One Market also has an awesome bakery side to it. So we like to go there. We like to get a pizza where you can make your own pizza. They make it there in a wood fire oven. It's awesome. But the tricky thing is when you're waiting for your pizza and not trying to buy all of the different baked goods that they have. They look amazing. Now, in that shopping center where the Rayleigh's One Market is, they are building out a gas station, which will be one of the furthest gas stations out in West Roseville, so you won't have to drive as far once that opens.
Now, in regards to future developments, West Roseville's still growing. There's still a lot of building that's being done out here, from new construction to builders. It took a long time for getting grocery stores and different eateries out here, but some of the new things that are pretty exciting. On the corner of Baseline and Fittyment, which is going to be a little bit south of West Roseville as you're going into West Roseville, they're putting in a brand new Costco. So that's going to alleviate a lot of different pain points, not only for the people who shop at that Costco in Roseville off of Stanford Ranch and Galleria, but even just for the people out here in West Roseville. Like, you're not going to have to drive as far to go to Costco. Hopefully it will reduce some of the impact or some of the busyness of the other shopping centers. So that'll be super nice. That's going to be a whole Baseline marketplace where they're going to have a bunch of different things. That Costco is going to have a gas station. It's going to have a car wash. And then at the corner of Pleasant Grove and Fittyment, which is also that corner that's just a little bit further north of that, they're also getting ready to put in a brand new Safeway there as well.
All right, so the next thing to know about West Roseville is there's a ton of things to do here, as well as awesome community events.
Now, keep in mind, West Roseville is still very much a newer, up-and-coming development. So West Roseville is really kind of split into 2 different sections of 95747. So you're going to have really everything between Central Roseville and Fittyment, and then everything from Fittyman out to Westbrook and some of those other areas. So there's really going to be two sections of West Roseville. One's going to be a little bit more of existing community, and the other one's going to have more of that brand new suburban feel.
There will be community events. The City of Roseville puts on different things across the city, whether you're in West Roseville, East Roseville, or Central Roseville. It's not going to be crazy busy like the main part of the city where Central Roseville is.
Or downtown Sacramento, there's not going to be tons of clubs.
So the first thing we want to talk about with things to do, now all of Roseville is known for its awesome parks and recreation department. And West Roseville is no different. When they were building this part of Roseville out, they definitely took into consideration keeping the vibe of all of the awesome parks that Roseville has. So whether you purchase a home in a new area of West Roseville, like one of the new build communities, parks are being planned into these developments where you pretty much can find a park within walking distance of your home.
And that's one of the things that Roseville's done a really good job, not just including the parks and the recreation and all the walking trails and all the different things that you can do for activities, but a lot of the parks are also being built with splash pads. So especially when it's hot in the summertime, they use their water filtration system to have splash pads at several different parks. You got Harry Crab in East Roseville, you've got a couple of different parks out in West Roseville that have them as well. So that's also another really cool thing. Even though it could get a little bit hotter in the summertime, having those parks with splash pads definitely makes it a lot more enjoyable for the kiddos.
Yeah, it's a free thing that you can take your kiddos to. So if you need to cool off, you just can find a splash pad that's in Roseville that's at one of these awesome parks. And it's not something that you have to pay for, which is really, really cool. Now, the next thing that's in West Roseville that is something to think about is definitely the aquatic center. So if you're someone who likes to swim, you want to get in some recreational swimming hours, you have the Aquatic Center in West Roseville, also known as the Summer Sanders Pool. Now, this aquatic center features an Olympic-sized pool, also with a splash area with water slides and a little beachy area where smaller kiddos can go in and hang out and enjoy the water as well. They also have a swim team that swims out of this complex called CCA, also known as California Capital Aquatics. So the Roseville Aquatic Center is definitely something that is awesome in West Roseville.
Yeah, this aquatic center also has a slide area as well, right? So not like a water park, but it's still something that's fun for the kids. It's gonna be right at the corner of Wood Creek and Pleasant Grove.
And during the summer, if that's something that you're interested in or want to go hang out there, it's relatively inexpensive to buy a season pass to go be able to hang out during their open recreation times. Now, for community events in West Roseville has a lot to offer when it comes to community events. So in West Roseville, during the holidays, there's a Santa parade that drives around through different neighborhoods. You can go onto City of Roseville's website and figure out what their routes are so you can make sure that you can see Santa drive by. It's a super fun time. The kiddos love it. Santa comes around on a fire truck that's usually decked out in Christmas lights, and he's standing on top of the truck throwing out candy to all the kids that come out to watch him go by. It's super fun. Then at Halloween time, a lot of neighborhoods out here get really into Halloween and decorations, as well as passing out candy. Specifically in our neighborhood, people will bring out their fire pits and hang out on their driveway and just hang out and have a good time and talk to neighbors as they pass by, offer waters or drinks too. It's a really, really fun time.
Two main events that a lot of people rally behind is going to be 4th of July, where in the summertime you're going to have tons of families out. They're going to be, garage doors open. They're going to have barbecues in the front yard, not the backyard. They're going to be lighting off fireworks and barbecuing out in the front yard. And then Halloween's another one.
Yeah, 4th of July can kind of turn into like a tailgate party. In our neighborhood, there's a house that had a live band that was out front, and they were playing till like 10:30 at night. It was a ton of fun. All the neighbors. Bounce houses. Different like slip and slides in people's front yards. It was a whole street of just a really, really fun time.
Yeah, so some of the other events that Roseville puts on, or at least in the community of West Roseville, is you have a couple of different things that happen at Mahaney Park. So, on Saturdays and Sundays, they'll have farmers markets out there where they'll be right in front of the library. You can go out there, get fresh fruit and vegetables out there that are locally grown within probably a 100-mile radius of Roseville. And then they also do food truck event nights, so that's also pretty cool. You have a different food truck company called Sacto Mofo, and they come out and which stands for Sacramento Mobile Food Trucks. But basically, they'll come out, and then there's a bunch of different things like Drewski's and all these different local food trucks that'll come out, and you can get some really good food there. So definitely a lot of cool things, especially at that park too. You got adult softball leagues, you got adult soccer leagues. Always seems like that corner of Pleasant Grove and Wood Creek always has something going on at any given time.
So West Roseville also has awesome schools. Now, you've got 2 high schools specifically in West Roseville, as well as elementary schools and middle schools sprinkled throughout the community. Now, the 2 high schools are going to be Wood Creek High School and West Park High School. Now, Wood Creek High School rates a 9 out of 10 on greatschools.org, and West Park High School, right now they don't have a rating because they have not had their first graduating class. They just opened a few years back. Each year they're adding a new class, and within the next year or 2 they should have their first graduating class. But they both offer awesome academics. They're both held to the same standards of Roseville Joint Union High School District. They also offer awesome sports programs. West Park High School specifically, that was the newer one, looks like a college campus. It's very kind of that futuristic, more modern looking style. They have a gorgeous pool facility. They have awesome, football fields. Everything you really can think of, that school has in regards to sports and all of that as well.
Yeah, that campus is going to look, like she said, a college campus. So you're going to have 4 giant buildings. They're going to be like indoors, 3 stories each, 4 stories. So, you'll see it on the B-roll of the drone. Like, it's going to be just 4 massive buildings that are going to be stacked. Wood Creek is going to have a little bit more of that traditional high school feel. So it's going to be a little bit more spread out over the campus. Both are super good schools. It's one of those reasons why a lot of people will tend to come to West Roseville, is so you either have a little bit more modern or a little bit newer school, or Wood Creek being the fact that it's rated a 9 out of 10 on greatschools.org. If you're thinking about moving or relocating to the West Roseville area, reach out to us. We can definitely look up certain areas that you may be thinking about and figuring out what exact elementaries or what exact middle schools that your student may be attending.
Now, while we're on the topic of education and kiddos, we definitely want to make sure we talk about youth sports. So if you're interested in getting your child into youth sports, City of Roseville has awesome programs, and West Roseville is no different. So like we mentioned earlier, a lot of these sports programs run out of the Mahaney Park. You've got an all-turf field there that they do football at, they do flag football, they do soccer, they also do adult soccer leagues. So you've got soccer, you've got swimming at the
Aquatic Center.
Roseville has a ton of different sports programs, so if that's something that you're looking for, if you want to get your kids into softball or baseball, definitely Roseville has something for you as well.
Now, the last topic that we're going to talk about is going to be the housing out here in West Roseville. Now, West Roseville is going to have a little bit of something for everybody. We'll do a high-level overview, then we'll hop on the computer and we'll actually kind of go through and see what some of these neighborhoods are. But for the most part, West Roseville is going to be the primary area of Roseville in general where you're going to find new construction. You have Solaire, you have Sierra West, and then you're also going to have Winding Creek, which is going to be a little bit north as you're going up towards Lincoln. So those are going to be your 4 main communities out in West Roseville that are going to be past Fittyment, that are going to be primarily where you're going to see a lot of your new construction. Your new construction builders are going to be everything from JMC, K. Hovnanian, Lennar, Taylor Morrison, Tri-Point Homes. Those are going to be your primary Richmond Americans out here. KB Homes are out there too. Each one has a little bit different of a feel. Some include more than others, but it really kind of just depends on what you're looking for. That's going to be one of the main things. Is so some of the homes, depending on where you're looking at, are going to be starting in the high 4s, low 5s, and then they're going to go all the way up to about 6, 7, 800,000. Now, if you're looking for something that has a little bit more of an established neighborhood, that's going to be on the closer side of Fittyment, between Fittyment and Central Roseville, or Pleasant Grove, East Roseville Parkway. And there's going to be neighborhoods like Crocker Ranch, Fittyment Farms, Wood Creek Oaks. Those are going to be some of your more established neighborhoods. You also have a few active adult communities that are also going to be sprinkled out in West Roseville as well. So you're going to have Sun City, which is going to be the original active adult community. You're going to have the Club at West Park, which is going to be the next one that was built. And then you're going to have Heritage Solaire, which is going to be all the way out past Fittyment, out in West Roseville, or out in the West Park area off of Westbrook. So you definitely have a little bit of something for everybody, and then everything in between as it relates to, you have some townhome type homes that are going to be a little bit more condensed and packed with alleyway driveways. You're going to have single family homes. You're going to have some homes that are going to be on large lots. And then one thing that we don't really talk about too much, because it's more or less in an unincorporated part of West Roseville, but you're going to also have the gated community of Morgan Creek. So you're going to have everything from your standard tract homes, suburban developments that are going to be built by your new construction builders, all the way up to your Morgan Creek, larger luxury type properties that are going to be located inside of a gated community. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop on the computer real quick. We're going to show you some of these homes, some of the different areas where some of these things are located at, so you can get a different feel of all the different ranges of homes that you have at your fingertips if you're deciding to move or relocate to West Roseville. Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to hop on the computer real quick. I wanted to show you, a map of West Roseville, where everything is at in relationship to maybe some landmarks like the Galleria and some major freeways like Interstate 80 and Highway 65. Then I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the areas, some of the established areas, some of the more newer development or newer construction areas, and kind of really how far you are away from some of those things. And then we're going to hop into our website. We're going to show you what some available homes are for sale. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. You can schedule that Zoom call, or you can call us directly. That number will be popping up here. So if you have any questions, let us know. We're going to hop into the map right now. So this is going to be, the outline of 95747, which is going to be West Roseville. So just to give you some perspective right here, you're going to have the Galleria Mall, which is going to be over here. You're going to have Highway 65 that's going to run north towards Lincoln and Rockland, Whitney Ranch area. And you're going to have Interstate 80 that runs east and west, and that's going to take you down into Sacramento, or that's going to take you up into North Lake Tahoe. So really, when we zoom in here on the map, right, you're going to have two main roads that are going to take you from Highway 65, which is going to be the main freeway, and that's going to be Pleasant Grove, and that's going to be Blue Oaks up here, right? So the boundary right here is going to be really kind of that Washington, is going to be Central Roseville. You got industrial, and then from there over, you're going to have West Roseville. Now, West Roseville is primarily going to be made up of a couple of different neighborhoods. You're going to have, really everything. I would say the original West Roseville is going to be this Fittiment line. So everything between Fittiment and Industrial Washington, or that Foothills Boulevard, that was going to be some of the more established neighborhoods. So you're going to have Mahaney Park right here, which is going to be located on the corner of Pleasant Grove and Wood Creek. And then you're going to have Wood Creek High School, which is just going to be south of that, Junction, Pleasant Grove, McAnally Country Club. So you're going to have Wood Creek Oaks. You're going to have the golf club up here, Wood Creek Golf Club. Let's go to satellite. So you can kind of get an idea. You're going to have, you're going to have some neighborhoods that are going to be right here around the golf club. You're going to have some new homes that we're going to be on this little corner. So you have a couple little pockets in established neighborhoods. Now, you're going to have Crocker Ranch up here. That one's going to be a more established neighborhood as well too. Crocker Ranch is going to be right around this area of Blue Oaks, north of Blue Oaks. You're going to have Wood Creek, that's going to be Wood Creek Oaks, which is going to be south of the high school. You're going to have the Foothill Junction area. So a couple of different established neighborhoods. Sun City is going to be the first active adult community that's going to be out here. So that's kind of nice. And then really everything west of Fittiment is going to be a part of your new construction. So West Park is going to start this whole section. You got Kitchen 747. West Park is going to go all the way out here till about Westbrook, and then north of Blue Oaks, you're going to have a new development. It's going to be called Winding Creek. Really south of Pleasant Grove towards Baseline is going to be a new community called Sierra Vista. Now, West Roseville is also going to come all the way down here to PFE, and this is going to be that borderline of Sacramento County. And there's actually some newer community developments that are going to be on the north side of PFE Road in between Watt and Walerga. So I think there's a KB Homes down here, there's a Richmond American down here, and a DR Horton. So those are some new homes. Those are a little bit lower of an entry point for a brand new home. So that's where you're going to start seeing some of those different developments in different neighborhoods. So if we jump over here to, so one of the things, so we'll hop over here to the website. We'll type in 95747 so we can get an idea of what's available out in West Roseville. But this will just give you some perspective of what type of homes that you can find out here. Now, like we were saying, let's uncheck some of these. If you have any questions, or if you want to use this website, this is our own personal website, www.everythingsacramentoliving.com. It may ask you for some information as you're clicking through for some pictures. We won't contact you if you don't want us to contact you, but feel free to use this website as much as you want. It just goes to us. It doesn't go to anybody else. You don't have to worry about, 15 million realtors that are bugging you. But you have a couple of these different areas that we talked about. You have you have some luxury homes down here in the Morgan Creek area. This is going to be a gated community. It's going to be a little bit more unincorporated Roseville, but you got things down here for 1.1, 1.27, 1.67. Now you're going to have some of your more traditional single family homes that are going to be located kind of in this older part of West Roseville, Wood Creek Oaks, Crocker Ranch area. But you can still find some nice luxury homes up here in this Crocker Ranch area. And then you're going to have all of your new construction, which is going to be stuff that's built, roughly between, 2010 versus all the way up to like 2022, 2023. So these are, a couple different homes. A lot of the builders out here. So this is, home listed 789. It's a 5-bedroom, 2-story single family home, super nice over in the Wood Creek West Village. But this is just kind of some of the things that you can experience or expect. So corner lot 789, pretty clean for the most part.
interior house, newer construction. Some of these have pools, some of these don't, but it just kind of depends on what you're really looking for. Kind of jumping out of here, going back to the last one. So if you go a little bit further south, right, there's going to be a golf course down here. It's not a private country club, but it's called Morgan Creek. But then you're going to find this is going to be a gated community. A lot of these homes are going to be, a little bit higher end. This one's for 1.67. It's got a pool, a little bit more of that grand feel. This is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, almost 4,400 square feet on almost a half an acre. But it definitely has a little bit more luxurious feel. Like I said, sits on the golf course, so you got a couple of different holes back here depending on how far. If you're a golfer, it is a guard gated community, so as you're looking at some of these, this may be your style. If you're wanting to be in Roseville, City of Roseville utilities, that could be nice. If you go a little bit further out, same kind of style, 6 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, 4,700 square feet. So if we go a little bit further north, right, then we have Sun City. Sun City is also going to be around this golf course. Things in there are going to be, all single story homes. They're going to be, 2 to 4 bedrooms, depending on, a lot of them 2 to 3 bedrooms, but it just kind of depends on that, what you're looking for. And then if we go all the way up here to like Crocker Ranch area, you've got, homes, 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3,300 square foot homes. Now, the benefit to some of these homes, even though they're a little bit older, they're going to be a little bit closer to Roseville. So this one's got a pool, big house, 850, still it's got some of those, early 2000s design. But, the benefit when you're really looking at it from a map, right, is being in this, earlier part of West Roseville, you're just a little bit closer to some of these other amenities like the Galleria, Sunsplash, Topgolf, a lot of your shopping's over here. But West Roseville is getting a lot more as it relates to amenities. So it took a little time for it to be built up, but you're going to have this, you're going to have a new Raley's One Market at the corner of Fittyment and Blue Oaks. I believe you're having a new Safeway that's going to be at the corner of Fittyment and Pleasant Grove. And then down here at Fittyment and Baseline, you're getting a new Costco. Costco is right here off of Stanford Crossing, pretty much where that Stanford Crossing sign is. So, a decent drive. This Costco services all of Roseville, Rockland, Lincoln, Granite Bay, people from Auburn. So that Costco being opened on Baseline is going to alleviate a lot of the stress, a lot of the pressure from there. Then if we come out here to some new homes, right, you've got West Park, you're going to have Winding Creek up here. You're going to find some brand new homes. This one's going to be by JMC. It's going to be a single story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 1,900 square foot home for $730. So really kind of just depends. Do you want to have to do a backyard? Do you have some time to, wait for a new home to be built? We can still help you out with new homes. That's the benefit to this, is we can still help negotiate for you. Each builder is a little bit different when it comes to new homes right now. So some builders are giving some incentives. Some builders are negotiating down on the price. We just had somebody that got $20,000 or $30,000 off of the price, got the solar included. So it really just depends. A lot of people don't think that they need to have an agent go with them for new homes, but when you don't have an agent go with you for new homes, a lot of times the sales rep's not going to tell you about all these negotiations and the things that the builder's willing to do, right? So it's always good to have one of us come out there, let us know. We're always available to help you out. But then you got some of these other ones. So you got, a little bit higher price point if you do want a new construction home. So this one's 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 3,800 square feet, almost on a quarter acre. This, I think, way the rendering looks, this also looks to be like this also is a JMC home, right? So they have everything at kind of different ends, right? They have something down in the 730s. You can get all the way up to 1.2. This is a quarter acre lot, so it's a big lot for a new home. That's usually one of the bigger deterrents for people wanting to buy new homes is, what's the size of the lot, how close you're going to be to your neighbor. You got some Lennar developments that are down here, and then you still got, you've still got traditional resales of people that are buying and selling just because they have to. So you got, Solaire down here. You've got some, smaller, like these are kind of a little bit more of your alleyway driveway homes. So these are a little bit closer together to your neighbor, but the price point's, $588. So definitely a lot of things that are available to you. So wanted to take that moment to just hop in the computer. Again, if you have any questions or if you have any things that you want us to go over, schedule that Zoom call with us. We would love to just sit down and talk to you about your goals.
So if you're curious about West Roseville, or you're wanting to explore more about what West Roseville has to offer, or if you're thinking about moving here, go ahead, that phone number should be popping back up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, or text message. Or better yet, go ahead and schedule that one-on-one Zoom appointment so that way we can put together a game plan that's right for you in relationship to moving to West Roseville. But if you didn't like West Roseville, or maybe you want to explore one of the other areas, we can also go over that too. So that's what we specialize in. We get to know what your goals are. We get to know exactly what you're looking for. We've lived in the greater Sacramento area mostly our entire life, and so we're gonna know every spot, every place, every inch, every street of where you may wanna live, move, or relocate as it relates to the greater Sacramento area.